see more of the Japanese, crowd, or they want to see the Chinese, or the Middle Eastern. There's a lot of folks, a lot of niches that they maybe want to try to hit on this. I mean, that's my only logic answer, I guess, to that question. I mean, we'll have to see how it unfolds. I'm hoping it's not somebody that's like already a ringer and somebody that's already. I mean, I want to see like an unknown like win it or something. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see how it unfolds.
So the third question of the week revolves around Brock Lesnar. There's the big speculation now that his 1 year suspension apparently in UFC isn't officially done, but he has entered himself into the USDA drug pool, which means that he can start back in the process of being in the Ultimate Fighting Championship once again, since his issue that he had last summer around this time with the failed drug test. So he put himself back in the pool, and it seems like nothing's for sure, but there's a lot of rumors going on that after WrestleMania 34, he's not going to renew his contract, and then he's going to once again, for what would this be, a fourth time,
I've lost
try his hand at the Ultimate Fighting. So the question is essentially, when's enough's enough? When do you think it's time for him to hang that up, close that door? When are you sick of that?
That's already been done for me. It's already been done. Why the hell are you going back? You've already left on crappy terms with the UFC, with all the stuff that went through, with the Mark Hunt saying the Mark Hunt like filed a bunch of different claims like, hey, I should get his purse, for his his money, his earnings, because he cheated, this and that. It was more of a black guy. Dana White, I'm surprised. I mean, I know Dana White's all about making money anyways, so I mean that's why he's all behind the Mayweather-McGregor boxing match coming up. But the fans don't want to. I mean, I don't. Great, Brock Lesnar's going to be the pay-per-view. I'm not paying for it. I'm not going to watch it. Why do I care if he's going to face Mark Hunt again? Okay. I'm kind of over the Brock Lesnar thing. I think Brock Lesnar should just do his thing in WWE, ride it out for another couple years, maybe do his seven matches a year. If that might be too much. 7 matches might be 4 matches a year, to be honest with you. Maybe do something like that for a couple of years and then retire. I mean, he's a family man. I mean, he's all about family, believe it or not. I've read enough about it and seen that he is a very devoted family man. He has I believe his home's in Canada.
Yes, he lives in Saskatchewan.
He lives with the lovely Sable, who we all loved back in the Attitude Era. So I mean, good, props to him on that. But he's a family man. He's a very private guy. Do the WWE thing. Maybe do you lose your match. You lose your title at a big event like a WrestleMania. Maybe I'm not saying this year. Maybe a future WrestleMania. Maybe he gets it. Maybe he comes back after UFC. He loses a match in UFC and comes back. I think he should end his career in WWE, have another title run, because I'm assuming he's going to lose his title here coming up, and come back after UFC, maybe do one more title run, and then hang it up.
Yeah, I won't lie. I don't think he has really anything to prove in the UFC or anything to prove in WWE. I just find him very entertaining, and if he wants to go back at the UFC, it's a pros and a cons. I'll watch, and I'm interested, and I'll be entertained. I don't exactly. I want him to hang it up in WWE because I'm entertained with him there too.
So, wait, are you going to pay for that UFC, whatever it might be by then? $240 by then? I don't know what it will be.
I mean,
would you pay for it?
I wouldn't. I don't really ever pay full price for these pay-per-views. Anyways, I try to either go in on them or go somewhere to watch them. But I would do that. I would go in to watch them because he's entertaining and I'm entertained by him.
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. I'm just, as a UFC fan. I'm speaking for myself, not all UFC fans, but I think a lot of the diehard UFC fans don't want him back after how things went down.
A lot of diehard UFC fans don't like him because of the fact that he leaves and then he just comes back and he's like shot right to the main event.
Yeah, and my thing is, I mean, that's how he is in WWE too.
Yeah,
let's be real. He does that anywhere he goes. He walks in the door. He doesn't have to earn a match.
But you know what? He only left WWE really the one time. He's been doing it now a few times with the UFC. So I think that's where I could see UFC fans starting to get annoyed. And it's justifiable. But at the same time, you can't deny that he's entertaining. And I know that he failed that drug test last summer. But if he would have lost last summer, then I would say I'm not interested in seeing him ever again. But the fact that he then won the match, it kind of like, wait a minute, whoa, he's still got something left.
I mean, we have seen a lot of UFC guys get in their 40s and still duke it out. To me, I'm just over it. I mean, I think he should just, sail off in the sunset after his WWE run and just do his thing, do his private, because he's a private guy. He doesn't really want to be bothered. He has his own private property, in Canada. So leave him alone, right off in the sunset, and enjoy your retirement. I'm not saying I'm not entertained by Brock, but I'm over it. That's just where I'm at.
We break down Battleground, give you our tweets of the week and more, as this is the Heel to the Face podcast on Sports War Radio, Rat Pack Radio, and now on iTunes.
The New York Jets are rising and are ready to compete in the AFC. Boy Green and Ty Butler will give you everything you need to know about the Jets every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. From reviewing the previous game and looking ahead to the next matchup, to all of the news and 4 downs, the Jet Zone has everything. Follow at BoyGreen25 and at Ty D. Butler on Twitter. Proud member of Sports War Radio. Let the battle begin.
This program is simulcast on WRPR Rat Pack Radio. Go to ratpacksports.com for more information.
Do you want to stay up to date on the latest sports news? Come check out After the Whistle from 4 to 5 p.m. every Friday night. We talk about the NHL, we talk about the NFL, we talk about the MLB. You name it, we got it. Tune in on Sports War Radio.
Now is the time to get your voice heard. Sports War Radio is now accepting applications for driven and knowledgeable sports fans who want to start their very own podcast about their favorite team. Sports War Radio has an international audience and is growing fast. Don't miss the chance to become the go-to news source for your favorite team. Email sportswarradio@gmail.com and tell us why you would be a great addition to our team. Sports War Radio. Let the battle begin.
Now is the time to get your voice heard. Sports War Radio is now accepting applications for driven and knowledgeable sports fans who want to start their very own podcast about their favorite team. Sports War Radio has an international audience and is growing fast. Don't miss the chance to become the go-to news source for your favorite team. Email sportswarradio@gmail.com and tell us why you would be a great addition to our team. Sports War Radio. Let the battle begin.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Heel to the Face podcast on Sports War Radio.
Back on the Heel to the Face podcast, it's time to break down this Sunday's pay-per-view event, WWE Battleground, the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view event from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The final pay-per-view event for either Raw or SmackDown before SummerSlam. Coming to you from the venue that will host in just about 6 months, the Royal Rumble. So talk about a venue that, and that just kind of annoys me right there. They make this big deal about the fact that they're hosting the Royal Rumble, but obviously, it's not like they're really hyping it up too far in advance. They're giving them a pay-per-view just a few months before that.
Yeah.
So they're giving them Battleground, and I think it was the last time we saw this was at Great American Bash, which was the traditional SmackDown Summer July pay-per-view event. The Punjabi prison match. We're going to see the return of that. The last time we saw it, I think, was John Cena and the Great Khali. At least I think we have some better people in the match this time around than that. But
yeah, I agree.
We'll start at the bottom, the kickoff show. Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. Brandon, who you got?
You know me. Perfect 10. There's this match is, it's just, this is where people are going to go hit the head and use the bathroom or get to their seats or get
I was going to say use the bathroom. They're probably not even in the arena yet.
Yeah.
So I'll say Ty Dillinger as well. Now, Breezango has a match this Sunday.
I hope it's not the Ascension again, because we've already seen that. That was stupid. I honestly have no idea who the TBD, the to be determined, is going to be. Just because we only know one name in the match, I'm going Breezango.
All right, I'm gonna go Breezango too because of the fact they're riding pretty high recently.
Yeah.
So Mike Canales, we finally saw him for the first time, I want to say, on TV this past Tuesday in ring action. He got a victory on SmackDown. He is going to be in another match this upcoming Sunday versus Sami Zayn. Who are you taking? I'm taking Sami Zayn.
I'm going with Mike Canales. I think they're going to keep pushing him, so I'm going to go Mike Canales on that.
All right, I'm going to go Sami Zayn because I feel they're trying to treat Mike Canales like a heel, so I feel that Sami Zayn's going to get the victory. So we move on to another matchup that seems they get a contrast of styles. We talked about it last week on the podcast. It's going to be interesting. I wouldn't say it's a main event, but it's got main event caliber in the sense of one of the more top-tiered matches. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin.
This one was the toughest match for me to call. Honestly, I have to go with Shinsuke. I think Shin's going to win this match. It's been they've really sold this little feud they got going on. Baron Corbin, I'm very high on Baron Corbin, as you know, but I think Shin's going to win this.
I'm going to go Baron Corbin because I just feel that they're kind of trying to do a big cast thing with Baron Corbin. They're trying to hype him up, I guess, in a way. So I'm going to go Baron Corbin on this one, to kind of keep giving him that edge. So that's my pick over Shinsuke. I think it's going to be a good match, though. I'm very interested in seeing this contrast of styles. But like I said, I just feel that Baron Corbin's going to, maybe he's going to use some steel steps. Maybe he's going to, it's not going to be completely clean. But I feel that Shinsuke can come back from a loss better than Baron Corbin can.
I agree with that. I agree with that part of it. I think Baron Corbin is going to. I mean, in the Money in the Bank, he knocks Shin out, and then Shin comes back and almost wins it, and then Baron wins the Money in the Bank. I think this is going to be one of those back and forth battles where I think it's going to be very close, but I do think Shin's going to pull it out. Baron Corbin's going to cheat and try to do his normal business. I still think Shin's going to pull it.
So the Women's Championship on SmackDown is not on the line, but a number one contendership match to decide who will face Naomi next is on the line. A number one contendership fatal 5-way elimination. It's Charlotte, Becky, Natalya, Lana, and Tamina Snuka. Tamina Snuka, I feel, is the big cast here, as I was referring to earlier in the show. So I'm going to go with, in this match, Becky Lynch.
If Paul was here, he'd be going crazy. I'm going Charlotte Flair. I think that's gonna be the they want to have for SummerSlam. They really want to have a marquee name in this match. So I think Charlotte Flair is the marquee.
Good versus
name.
evil. Charlotte versus Naomi. Yeah,
I
could see that, but I'm gonna go Becky Lynch. I just feel it. Charlotte just too predictable. But I'm not gonna go anybody else on that whole list.
No, I wouldn't either. If I had to go anyone else, I would go Becky. But I think just looking forward for SummerSlam, I think Charlotte Flair brings more marquee, more money to the table, so to speak, for this women's match.
Tag team championships on the line. The Usos, after that unbelievable, awesome rap battle they had a few weeks ago, they're going to get in the ring and defend the championships against the New Day this Sunday. Are the New Day once again tag team champions?
The New Day won the rap battle with an asterisk next to it. They will not win the tag team championship. I think the Usos will retain. I think they're going to keep it going into SummerSlam.
I'm going to go the New Day. I think they're going to be the new tag team champions here. I don't know what that means for the Usos, but I think the New Day is going to be the new tag team champions. And once again, when they come to the ring, they can say, your current tag team champions. So I'm going New Day here. I felt that, they've kind of been out of the loop of doing things wrestling-wise for too long now. Obviously, at WrestleMania, they were the hosts of WrestleMania, and I think it's time for them to get back into the swing of things, having championship belts. So I'm going to go the New Day. As we move on to the United States Championship match, AJ Styles, the current champion, he wasn't the champion last pay-per-view, but he is currently right now, takes on the now challenger because of the rematch clause that he has, the former champion, Kevin Owens. Does AJ Styles retain the belt, or does Kevin Owens get back what he had just a few weeks ago?
Kevin Owens will not win this match. I do see AJ Styles retaining. I do like this concept of, I hope if WWE plays this out, I hope they do the AJ Styles Open Challenge. I want to see, maybe they'll bring up an NXT superstar to face him or something, maybe push somebody up there. I think AJ Styles is the guy. I think they're going to maintain him as the champion for a little bit.
I'm taking